We are heading to the border. It's about 45 minutes away from where we are here in Brazil to Uruguay, and it is our last border crossing in South America, as long as all of our plans go as we planned.
Stop one. Check out of immigration in Brazil. Ooh, step one done. Immigration stamped out of Brazil. Now to the mall where they have the next part.
So we made it through the Brazilian stamping out. Just the last time that we were going to be like, we don't know what you're saying, I'm sorry. Check it out some. Say goodbye to Brazil.
Here comes a little bit of traffic on the bridge. Whoa, babe, look at this bridge. This is a sketch.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you would expect that the bridge would be like, well made.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Pretty sunset though.
Crazy tope though. You think there's a big jaguar in this river?
That would be cool.
Big Jaguar River translates to. Dang, so we're in Uruguay.
We got the thumbs up.
Wow, I hope I went the right way. The lane is so skinny here that it's kind of freaking me out. Like, I gotta be exactly on target.
Yeah, hopefully you can see the car in front of us. Okay, we'll see whenever this car goes by how little room that they have. Yeah.
And what's crazy too about this is that there hasn't been a single sign telling us where the immigration office is.
No.
We're just like, it's all about the duty-free shopping right here. So thank goodness we have iOverlander's help. iOverlander has our back on this one. This would be like the most confusing border crossing without it. Because here we're coming up to this Panda Mall. It says Panda and all in Portuguese. And literally this was not the main road or anything. So apparently they moved the immigration office into the mall here. That's how much about duty-free shopping this border is.
Shopping access. Oh wow, Dior. Fancy.
My God, I was able to speak in Spanish and I was able to be completely understood for once. But yeah, he told us migration is down here at the end of the mall.
Honestly, I thought it might just be a shack.
Yeah, migration is right next to the food court and a casino. Wow, so now we're going into the food court to do our migration duties. Food court, play place, bus terminal, migration. Dang, taking advantage. Emily's at the Burger King. Over here, the vans are way over there, but she said they sell SIM cards in the pharmacy. Let's try to get cell service. Emily hates Clara, so I got her the chip.
Oh, you give me an Intel, thank you.
Yeah, look how they spell it. Antel.
Oh, Intel.
Didn't you think it was going to be Intel like in the other countries?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, let's see if it works on your phone. So the food court ended up being, for 2 burgers at Burger King, 1 veggie friendly. $20. What?
I didn't even get the combo.
Oh, the taxes were 22%, but the guy said all Uruguay is like this. So
Oh god.
I want to check out the van, see if they have a good deal, but I doubt it. $80 for that one there, so I don't think it's worth it.
Oh, it feels so good to understand what people are saying to me. I was just so upset because I really sometimes did not understand what people were saying in Argentina a bit, because sometimes they speak really fast, and definitely in Brazil I did not know what people were saying most of the time. I feel like I really understand what the Uruguayans are saying, and it feels so good. I feel so much better. Yeah, talking to the Burger King guy and being like, "Tienen ketchup?" and being like, "Oh, tranquila, no pasa nada," you know, that stuff, and I'm like, yeah.
I just feel like such a connection to everybody I speak with, like on this new level that I haven't experienced in so long.
Spending a lot of time in a place where you really don't understand what they're saying is so isolating, and I'm like very impressed with the people that don't speak Spanish and still do the Pan American Highway.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I don't speak very good Spanish, but like at least I can like still go to like a party and understand most of what's going on, you know?
Before we're fully inside, we gotta get this van checked through, which includes them being cool about these pets, because the paperwork is legit. Best case scenario, they don't even want to look in the van. This is it up here.
More moments later.
Yeah, the guy was like super nice. I like Uruguay, but he said it is expensive. Like a nice restaurant or a normal restaurant's like $50 a person. I know, what the hell? Yeah, and when I checked the paperwork, there actually was a mistake. 2 mistakes. So, but we checked it out. So now we got to go cross the finish line. Hopefully they just let us slide right by. Let's do this. Okay, so here we go. This is the final step. I got the paperwork here. We'll just try to drive right by. That's the guy I've been chatting with, so he's really nice.
Hola.
Hola.
Solo me prestas el pasaporte y parás por allí nomás. Te tomo los datos nomás y sigue de viaje.
Okay.
Dale.
Oh, para allá.
Pará allí, ahí adelante, Daniel.
Okay. Obrigado. Ah, gracias. ¿Está bien aquí?
Sí.
Este es mi pasaporte.
Está. Ya te lo devuelvo ya.
He took our passports. He said he's just gonna write down the numbers and then we'll be good to go. But we just gotta wait a sec for him to come back.
Buenazo, muchísimas gracias.
Ok.
Que tengan buen viaje. ¿Para dónde van?
Vamos para Montevideo. Perfecto.
¿Dan?
Gracias, señor. Ciao. That was nearly the biggest mistake of my life, asking that guy for directions, because I heard some Rita jump down and run to the front, and you blocked her, didn't you, babe?
I blocked her, and I was also going,
God.
see, you know?
Yeah, trying to make
noise
background
too.
noise. Welcome to Uruguay!
Wow.
Woo! Woo! Don't ask questions at the border. But I told the guy the story about how the guy we might share a container with, his friend who he was going to share with, his paperwork was expired because, he asked me, how long do you want to put the paperwork? And I was like,
3 months.
let's just put the maximum. Is that like 90 days? And he said, oh, the maximum is a year. So we got a year.
Wow.
So even if anything happens, we got to fly out, come back to ship the van. I hope that's not going to happen. It sounds like we're going to ship the van in 2 weeks because, yeah, that guy, his container buddy, they stole his vehicle. The police impounded his vehicle because his paperwork was out of date right when they were about to ship out. So now our container buddy's free again. But the whole time I was in there watching TV, he let me into his office. Yeah, it says like, nobody come in. It's like, come on in. Babe, I can't believe we made it to Uruguay today.
I can't believe it. Congratulations.
I don't think we had to go to the mall. I think we could have just done it there too, the migration.
Really?
Yeah, but the mall,
It was nice.
we got to learn how expensive Burger King is in Uruguay. The gas is $6.80 here. The gas is $6.80 a gallon in Uruguay. I don't know if we just got a bad deal our first time or what, but when it comes to the phone plans, we got 50 gigabytes for $5. I don't think I'm going to be able to use 50 gigs. That's really cheap. But the road quality has been excellent. The vibe, people have been super nice to us. Our first spot for the night here, just at some random lake with a cool deck over it. Signs are looking really positive about this country.
We are figuring out the shipping right this second. Danny is sending an email to the ProMasters Only Elite Mechanic, and he is hoping that we're going to get an appointment so that we can get the van a clean bill of health before we start trying to redo it or move forward with any other kind of plan. In regards to our shipping plans, we are hoping to ship back to the US. We're thinking within the next 2 weeks. So we don't have a container buddy. We have an agent. He hasn't secured a date for us or really told us anything that we have to do. So many different shipping buddies come to us and say they're looking to ship, or we found other people and we said, we're looking to ship, but all of them have fallen through, and they've fallen through within like 2 days of us being excited about having another shipping buddy. So the whole shipping buddy thing it's been kind of frustrating. Shipping buddy, what is that? So we're going to get a 40-foot high cube container, and a 40-foot container can hold 2 cars in it. So we would pay for half of the container and someone else would pay for half of the container, which would make it a lot cheaper for us. It's a really delicate and tough process. At this point, we've had one shipping buddy drop out last second after we gave him our agent's number and our agent gave him the name of someone else, so the shipping buddy went with a new shipping buddy. But it turns out that guy who was hooked up with our guy, he ended up running out of days on his TIP in Argentina and his car was impounded. So now our guy is coming back to us and saying he really wants to ship with us, but it's gotten $1,000 more expensive. It's just pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy process. It looks like he's been sending you a billion messages.
So yeah, like while Emily's been telling you guys all this, I have been getting a bunch of messages from the guy who's crawling back to us. So the thing is that this guy wants to go to Texas, and we'd prefer to go to Philly or New York. Apparently, it's actually even cheaper. So basically, we're adding on $400 to go where this guy wants to go, and it's going to cost me $250 extra to drive from there to Cleveland, where hopefully we can get this van guru to fix up the van. The other expense is he wants to ship sooner for $1,200 more. So that's almost like $2,000 additional for us, but still, it's cheaper than all our friends lately who have shipped out of South America. I've heard 5,000, more than 5,000, so it would be about 4,000 total. And it would be soon. It would actually be leaving the day before Emily's birthday, which she'd be pretty stoked on her birthday. 7 messages. He's a bit thirsty. Well, last thing I said to him was, yes, the vehicle title is in my name because that's an issue they were having with the other guy. And I said, so you don't want to wait to save $1,200? Oh, he's already left the country and his rig is in a secure parking lot at the port. My container buddy was gonna load it for me. Uruguay is about the most expensive place to cool your heels in South America for an extra few weeks. Yeah, we just figured that out today. Weigh that against the extra $600 that you spend to leave earlier. My negotiation is falling apart. He doesn't even know. But
it's a good thing it's a text.
But at the end of the day, this is a team effort, so let me know what you need. My rig should have shipped on Monday, but my container buddies' issues derailed us and are threatening to delay us again. I'm not thrilled at the prospect of waiting another month to get my rig on the way home. If we do end up going, the vehicles will need to be loaded into the container by the end of next week. Exciting. Quite the drama with the shipping. Honestly, I'm not sure how much he has figured out versus how much he wants me to think he has, and the additional price for us, for his convenience, really.
I don't understand, because Eduardo gave us a price already for this, so why is it all of a sudden more expensive? They
waited to confirm, and now the price has changed.
But it's going to be the same then later.
Yeah, it'd be the same if you waited.
It'll be the same in a month though for us too. Well, then we should just ship now.
No, babe, I don't know what you're saying.
If we wanted a lower price, we would have to lock it in a month earlier.
Well, it sounds like, yeah, it's a month out.
Well, are we going to do that? Because that means that we would lock in a price and we would not have a container buddy.
Yeah.
So it's really hard.
I feel like he's offering a little bit of concessions. And so, like, I think we should kind of take him up on that because, like, seriously, for us, it is, like, an additional $1,000.
I just feel a little bit bad because he's a fellow traveler. We have put together all of the costs for the shipping and etc. And we're trying to figure out what is more expensive, what is worth it, what are we doing with our lives.
Turns out that to ship with this guy would cost us about $1,400 more. The advantage is that it would be done sooner. We're guaranteed to have a shipping container buddy. You know, the disadvantages are we might have to be apart for a little while because of where the pets are. We don't want to fly them a bunch through the country. The price, as well as just the hassle of having to drive, having to fly, having to get a hotel, all this stuff. What we decided was to ask the possible container buddy, who's already backed out on us once, by the way, if he would chip in a little bit more money just to make it worth it to us. He's saying it would be about $4,000 a vehicle if we go with him. I said, how about we pay $3,700, you pay $4,300. I'm not going too hard on him because honestly the additional cost to us is $1,420. If we get stuck paying our own container and we can't find a container buddy, that could be about $6,000 total instead of $4,000 with him, or $3,000 if we find a container buddy at a better cost. It is definitely a trade-off, as well as just having it done.
I mean, that really only cancels out the cost of driving the van back to Philadelphia. It's like really not even us winning in any way.
We just want to redo this van a bit because I know the BMX bike fits perfectly under there. We still do love a lot of things about this van. It would be really sad to leave it, especially if after getting it a clean bill of health, it's a good van again.
But we also want to move on to bigger and better things. We want to get this van running great and just have it in the US for us for whenever we want to come home. We want to head over to Europe. We're thinking that we're going to build a van over there in Europe. Yeah, we've been changing our plans a lot lately, and hopefully we can also like find a really cool spot to do it.
We've been throwing around some cool ideas, like what if we were able to get a fully electric van? We could ski around, check out so many little countries over there. We're still, you know, thinking about weighing the pros and cons of everything. Step 1, ship back to the USA.
This has been a hard step to do, honestly.
Yeah. Step 0 is getting into Uruguay.
Yeah, that's true. Look at where we're waking up. This is beautiful. Sombrita! Oh, so I think that is a part of the river usually, but it's dried up a bit. So, babe, what would you like to do today?
On the container buddy action.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he didn't bail on us again.
Yeah, at first he said that wasn't fair of me, and he seemed a little upset, but then I didn't reply, and about 10 minutes later he said, how about I'll put in 300 more instead of 600 more.
And it's just very scary to me that he said that now it's $1,000 more expensive, because in my mind, I don't think that we're going to find a container buddy and hold them for 2 weeks.
Yeah, she's a little worried outside. She's a little bit more worried about people getting her food when she's outside. Working on the food motivation.
Babe, did you see that? She went like this.
Yeah, he almost fell over too. Where'd Graham go? There he is. Usually if I just pretend to run at him, he'll go to the van. I don't even have to run. He knows. Good boy. Enjoy the old outdoors, my guy.
Alright, my friends, this is how many papers that we have going over pros and cons list, this shipping debacle. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, oh my gosh. We've been going back and forth on everything, really considering, and we think we might have a better way. Basically, the guy in Houston wanted us to pay more to go to Houston, wanted us to pay more to ship sooner to Houston. I basically told the shipping guy we want to book.
So basically what we're doing now is like, this guy has told us, you should definitely just ship with me to Houston. Like, I have no other options. You've already screwed us over by finding another person to ship with. And even though you're going to ship with us, we've already compromised to ship to Houston. If you really want to go to the US with your car, then you are going to have to go to Philadelphia. You will pay $1,000 less. It'll get there sooner.
Crawling back to us, but now we have to pay more money to go where you want. We have to do this the way you want. We're gonna have to load your vehicle in the container. This is when we're committing right now. We're saying, let's do it. Oh my God.
Wait.
Yeah, one sec, guys. Let me think for a minute. Sabrita, you're gonna be an American. You're gonna be an American.
We're like freaking out every time Danny's phone goes off. We're like, who is it? I've never been so disappointed to hear from our friends and family. Yeah, we got our message.
Okay, so he asked for the quote to New York.
I'm so happy. Eduardo never answers us this much in one day. So Danny started messaging a whole bunch of people on Facebook saying like, are you still shipping? Would we be able to go with you? And someone even answered and said, oh, what happened to the guy you were going to ship with? I guess that guy told people that we were all shipping together, but he failed to tell them that he screwed us over and found someone else. Okay, we are live from the negotiation table. Danny has just told the guy, we are not going to Houston. We're going to the Northeast, and we've got it for $1,000 cheaper. So we are waiting for the guy to answer, and I'm sure he is very upset right now. I just don't understand in what world we would ship to Houston with this guy when it is $1,000 cheaper for all of us to just ship to Philadelphia or New York. I mean, even if we did pay for his flight to New York to pick up the car, that flight would still only be less than $100. I've already looked it up. So he would be saving $650 and we would be saving $1,000. But it could all backfire, and we could also just end up paying $6,000 to ship the van. You are sweating! Sarita, do you not want to sit in front of the heater? You have plenty of places. Good morning. We are driving to Montevideo today. It should take about 4 or 5 hours. But first we've got to clean up the van and do our morning stuff. And last night it was so cold. Danny even wore this jacket to bed. It was so cold. So we have had the heater on and it's been working really well. So that's a really good sign that at least there's a couple things still working in the van. We really love this spot. It's exactly what we needed. Danny even got to take a shower here. I think I'm gonna try and sneak a shower in too before we leave. I should have taken one last night, but whatever, it's fine. And we're just hoping that as soon as we get there, everything just falls into place and we go to the spot that all of the overlanders are staying who are very unsure whether or not they should ship, and we convince them, hey, we've already got it all figured out. Come ship with us. It's only this much money and you already have a container buddy. And we're gonna keep that in our minds because that's what's gonna happen today or tomorrow. I don't mind even if it happens tomorrow. Wow, I really think we have found the best spot to begin our time in Uruguay. I mean, maybe all the spots are like this. That would be super nice. It's super duper quiet, really cute, right next to a river. If it was hot outside, we could have gone for a swim. And even if the water was super muddy, there's a shower right next to us as well. A shower and a bathroom that were open the entire time. And there was also an electrical outlet right next to us as well. So we tapped into that last night while we were working, and we're in a great mood because we started off having a great night's sleep and being clean and everything going well. So hopefully that just adds to the shipping process, that everything will now go well. We really need some luck with this shipping, you know, to find another person that wants to ship with us, because it seems like our buddy doesn't want to ship with us anymore. We'll see what happens. It'll go well. Thanks for joining us in Uruguay. If you like this video, let us know in the comments and subscribe. And if you'd like to support us some more, head over to our Patreon.
All right, just gotta clear the engine codes before we get started.
False start.
Just 3 engine codes.
Oh, just 3.
Yeah.